Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Matrix. Today, we're diving into the 2014 thriller, Big Driver. Warning, please take note that this recap contains major spoilers. The movie opens with Tess Thorne, a successful mystery novelist, on a phone call with a friend. She's on her way to a book signing event at a local library, a gathering arranged by Ramona, the warm and welcoming library owner. After setting her GPS, Tess embarks on a long drive to the event. Upon arrival, she's greeted by Ramona, who introduces her to an eager crowd of fans. The atmosphere is filled with admiration and enthusiasm, as Tess shares insights about her writing journey. She feels a deep connection with her audience. Her stories have touched their lives, and their support fuels her passion. As the event concludes, Ramona approaches Tess with a friendly smile and a helpful tip. "I know a shortcut that'll get you home much quicker." Grateful for the advice, Tess inputs the new route into her GPS and sets off. She drives with a sense of relief, anticipating a faster trip home. But deep into the isolated road, disaster strikes. A wooden plank with nails punctures her tire, forcing her to a stop in a desolate area. Tess steps out, frustrated by her bad luck. The road is empty, with no one in sight. As she waits, a bus passes by but doesn't stop. Just when she begins to lose hope, a car approaches. She signals for help, and the driver, a burly man named Lester, stops and offers assistance. At first, Lester seems helpful as he begins changing her tire, but as Tess looks closer, she notices something chilling: the same nail-ridden wooden planks in Lester's vehicle. Realization dawns too late. Before she can react, Lester attacks, striking her across the face. The world goes dark. Tess regains consciousness in a nightmare. She's in a remote, abandoned location, and Lester is assaulting her in the most brutal manner. Her pleas for mercy fall on deaf ears. He derives pleasure from her suffering. Once he's done, Lester drags her lifeless body into the forest, discarding her like trash. He believes she's dead, but Tess isn't. As she slowly regains consciousness, the horrifying reality sinks in. She's surrounded by the corpses of other women, victims of Lester's brutal attacks. Their bodies lay discarded, a grim testament to his cruelty. Determined to survive, Tess pushes through the excruciating pain and stumbles towards safety. Fear grips her as she wanders down the road, unsure if Lester will return to finish the job. A car approaches, but she instinctively hides in the shadows, unable to trust anyone. Eventually, she reaches a small roadside shop where she cleans up and tries to call a friend, but there's no answer. She finally makes it home. The moment she steps inside, she grabs her gun and loads it. She knows one thing for certain: Lester has her bag, her ID, and her address. He might come for her. As Tess recovers from her wounds, her mind fixates on revenge. Then she receives a call. The police are about to tow her car, and she must retrieve it immediately. At the impound lot, an elderly woman notices Tess's injuries and shares her own tragic past of abuse, warning her about men like Lester. Returning home, Tess digs deeper. She checks her computer and finds a chilling discovery. Ramona had taken her photo at the event and later emailed it to someone. Everything clicks. Ramona's insistence on the shortcut wasn't a coincidence. It was a trap. And the final revelation? Lester is Ramona's son. Betrayed and enraged, Tess storms toward Ramona's house, gun in hand. When Ramona opens the door, she freezes in shock. The woman she thought was dead now stands before her, armed and ready. Ramona drops to her knees, begging for mercy, claiming innocence. But Tess sees through the lies. As she prepares to pull the trigger, Ramona lunges at her in desperation. A violent struggle ensues, but Tess overpowers her. In a final act of self-defense, she pulls the trigger. Ramona falls, lifeless. Tess isn't done. A new clue surfaces, an old photo of Lester and his brother, grinning as children. Then, in a chilling moment, Tess spots Lester, his hand bandaged, driving away. She follows him to an isolated property. With her gun drawn, she searches for Lester. But then, a truck pulls up. Tess instinctively fires at the driver, believing it to be Lester, but when the body hits the ground, horror washes over her. It's not Lester, it's his brother, the same boy from the photo. Overwhelmed by grief and guilt, she realizes she's taken an innocent life. But as she enters the empty house, she makes a bone-chilling discovery. The horrific truth. The walls are covered in disturbing photographs. Lester and his brother assaulting and murdering women, their depravity immortalized. Then it hits her. Lester's brother was there during her attack, photographing the entire ordeal. A sudden sound snaps her attention back. Tess grips her gun tighter and moves toward the noise. She finds Lester, completely unaware of her presence. The final confrontation. Tess could take the shot from a distance, but she wants Lester to see her face. When he finally turns around, his eyes widen in disbelief. "You should be dead," he sneers. As he lunges toward her, Tess opens fire. Even after taking multiple bullets, Lester keeps coming. Desperate, Tess grabs a wooden plank with nails and smashes it into his face. He screams as the nails pierce his skin. Still clinging to life, he stumbles toward a vehicle, trying to escape. Tess follows. She raises her gun. With a final, merciless shot, she shoots him in his manhood. Lester collapses, lifeless. Her revenge is complete. The end. With the monsters now dead, Tess stands victorious, but she is forever changed. Thank you for watching Movie Matrix. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe for more thrilling recaps. Until next time, stay safe.